Hello, this is DJ Bravieri, and today we are having ourselves an OU match in place of TCGO Tuesdays because for whatever reason my screen recorder doesn't like TCGO. What can you do about it? But today we are having a battle that um, displays the talents of our friend Talonflame. And so, without further ado, let's get on to the battle. Alright, so he has a pretty hyper offensive team, sort of, kind of. I'm in on this Galvantula and I don't want any part of it because it's an electric type. So I go out into Johto. He sets up the sticky web, which could be a problem for me. And I was just like, I want this thing dead. And he went for sticky web again, probably expecting a defog. But I pursued him when he volt switched, so that Galvantula is gone. Thus, I am free to defog whenever I feel like it, but I don't. For whatever reason, I don't. So I send in Beautiful in on this Fire Blast, which is, my logic takes it pretty well. I'd say so, and he sets up the Sunny Day, and I'm like, what? But luckily for me, I Dragon Tailed and says Scalded or something like that. So here's this Gengar, and he's gonna Sludge Bomb, and that does quite a bit. And I Scald in the sun, and that does nothing. So I switch out my Melodic and I send Johto back in, and I basically give this guy a free KO because he's going to Shadow Ball and it's going to be a critical hit and I'm going to die. And I'm like, darn, I didn't want that to happen. So I U-turn on this Gengar for, I don't know why I went into Talonflame. That was kind of dumb on my part. So yeah, basically I'm going to be giving that up, and because Beautiful is super slow, I'm going to end up dying to this Sludge Bomb right here, and so I basically gave 2 Pokemon away for free. So I'm like, well, I'm in a bad situation now because this Gengar is just taking everything, and he pulls a Destiny Bond, and since I kill him, Gengar just took 3 Pokemon. I'm like, no, this can't be happening. So it sends out Medicham, and I have Button. And I'm like, well, I gotta spam the heck out of everything. And thinking he'd expect a Willow, I actually went for the Confuse Ray. So I was like, well, this is awkward. And now, thinking he's not going to switch out, I go for Willow and he Flash Fires. Gets the Flash Fire from Heatran. I'm like, no. That Fire Blast does quite a bit, but this time I confuse him and I'm like, ha! Hits himself in the face, but I Pain Split, so that does some pretty... That helps me a lot. He hits himself again, and I'm able to go for a Nightshade, which is a little bit out of a 2-hit KO. Here he goes into Greninja. I go for another Nightshade, which is about roughly a 3-hit KO. Goes for Dark Pulse. I was hoping and praying he wouldn't go for a Water type move. He doesn't, and I'm able to go for a U-turn on the Greninja, and that thing's gone. So now he's going to send out Medicham again, I believe. Yep. And funny thing is, he's actually going to miss a second Zen Headbutt, so it's like, well, sorry. And I do the same play again. I'm like, ugh. And he goes for a Zen Headbutt, and I Nightshade this time because I don't want any part of this Medicham. He hits himself in confusion, which actually makes it so I can kill this Medicham right now. So, yeah. But this Dragonite is going to be a problem because it's going to get another critical hit. And I'm like, no, stop it. So I'm in it with the metagame, and I me first is Outrage and knock out a Dragonite. I knock out a Dragonite with me first. Choice banded Dragon out type Outrage. And I think at that point he's like, well, I'm done. So he Flash Cannoned, and I'm able to take out 2 Pokemon with Outraging Talonflame. That's so fun. Alright, so if you enjoyed this battle and have a comment to make, leave a rating, subscribe, leave some likes. That's always appreciated. And until next time, this is DJ Bravieri, flying out.